LEGO Hermitcraft video. Today I'm going to show you guys another custom LEGO Hermitcraft set that I've made. And this set is number 21272, which if you watch my 400 subscriber special, I moved the numbers from being 2117 to becoming 2127, so that's why it's numbered like that. But you also might notice something if you watch the subscriber special. In that video, I said that set 21273 was going to be coming out this week. I did actually finish set 21273, but I have a few smaller things which I wanted to change with it. And this set I thought was a bit more important to release right now, so I got it done and am obviously releasing it. So as you can see, it's for ages 8 and up. It's not really for any reason. And there you can see the silhouette of it with most likely 3 figures. But now let's take a look at the actual build. It's the HCBBS Countdown, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's the thing that just dropped from the sky, basically, in the shopping district. We have no clue what it is as of right now, other than it being a countdown and related to something called HCBBS. So I just kind of called it HCBBS Countdown, because I have no clue what it is. As you can see, it's got 3 figures there, which we'll take a look at later. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the box, there's Mumbo, because he's the main figure of the set you'll see later. And it's got 412 pieces, and in the upper right you can see the main block I chose is the warped nether warp block, I believe, because those are the blocks you would find on like the sidewalk and all over the build that are usually named. And now let's take a look at the actual build of it. There you can see on the left, there's the build a bit bigger and clearer. You can see it's got a bit of the road next to it, and then it's got a 16 by 16 base plate where the actual thing stands. And you can see it's actually pretty tall. And there on the right, you can see the main figure in the set, which is Bumbo Baggins. And he was actually one of the hardest figures for me to design just because of the color of his jacket. There is almost no LEGO color that matches that, so I actually changed it up entirely and made it a dark tan instead of the purplish color it is. You can see his undercoat is still the dark purple color like it is on his actual skin, because I'm able to print that on. LEGO can basically print almost any color. But for the molding, they can't just come up with a color just on a whim, so I had to stick with the ones which LEGO's already made. So I just thought the dark tan, it works well enough. It's close, but it doesn't really fit it. But I think it looks fine, so that's really all that matters. You can see he's got dual molded legs, which are meant to represent his kind of shorts. I decided to make them dual molded since it doesn't look like he's wearing any shoes. And my other debate was whether he's wearing gloves or it's just his bare hands. I couldn't really tell, so I just settled on them being his hands since his face kind of matches the colors of his hands and feet. So I just pretended he wasn't wearing any shoes or gloves, and that's why they're both skin tone. And you can see his accessory is a 1x2 tile with the print Mumbo on it, and that's meant to represent the piece of paper that you give the machine so it knows your name. But now let's take a look at the 2 other figures in the set. And they are Corrales and Ijevin. They are the exact same ones that come in my CMF series, but this is the first time I've rendered both of these guys. On the left, you can see Corrales. He's not anything too interesting. He's kind of like Steve, except his torso is, I believe, teal instead of light blue. And he's got dual molded arms, which the normal LEGO Steve figure doesn't include. And his feet or legs are dark blue. Yeah, dark blue, not black. And you can see he's got a print for both of his shoes, which are dark gray. And I really like how the face turned out on that figure. It just looks so good and so, I guess, surprised. And you can see his accessory is 2 diamonds because he has tons of diamonds. And also they're in the shopping district, so it makes sense that you would have them on him. But onto Ijevin, you can see his face is the slime face that he has, just in blue. So that's kind of interesting. LEGO's slime face actually doesn't have the little splat effect, which you can see there behind the actual eyes. It's kind of more of a pale blue, but you can barely see it. LEGO's is just the 2 eyes there, so I decided to add that just to add a bit more detail. You see he's got the little, I guess, things on the sweater, I don't know what to call them. And then his legs have no printing on it other than the feet, which have his 2 shoes. And his accessory is the golden nugget, which you get after putting your name into the machine. But now let's take a look at the features. Starting in the upper left, you can see there are 3 pieces of paper included, of which none of them have names, and then there's the 4th, which has Mumbo's name on it, which was the accessory with the Bumbo Baggins figure. You can see they fit in the little chest there, which can be taken off. And over on the right, you can see you can take the lid off, and inside it includes more of the dark brown and light tan tiles, which are used to move the countdown up or down. So it includes enough where you could have it go from all the way off to all the way on all 4 sides. So that's a lot of tiles just used for that. So that's why I built a storage space for them. And you can see in the middle there, I don't know what to call it, the countdown kind of can take off almost as if it's a rocket. So you can see it can come off the base and you can just display that on its own. And it's just got a little thing sticking up in the middle so that way it doesn't move out of place that easily. You can see there are a bunch of fire bricks, I guess. Those would probably be the molded ones, which LEGO has done recently. But I just used the previous build since I wasn't able to use the new molded ones. So you can see there's a few of those, and there are also a few magma block tiles. And then also all over the base plate are the item frames with the warped warp blocks, I believe, scattered about. But then you can see the road actually comes off over there, and now let's go into a bit more detail on that. So in the upper left you can see you can push the road off and take off that 2x2 tile that's kind of covering it so you don't see that gray bit sticking out. And you can also take off the item frames, as all of them are just stuck on with single studs. And then you're left with what's here on the right, which is 2 road tiles and then a bunch of accessories. So I decided to design like the road plate system they came out with for City this year. I decided to design one for the Hermitcraft shopping district. And this is basically their road design. They have the 2 wide sidewalks and then a 4 wide road in the middle, which is dark gray. And then the sidewalks, I believe, are andesite, so I just made them light gray. And you can see the different things that this set includes are 2 sets of steps, which are basically the ends if you don't have any more to connect it to. And those are just a simple little build of some of the 2x2s with only 2 studs on one side of them. And then a 4x2 tile. It includes an extra 4x2 tile to connect the 2 base plates included in the set. And then it includes the 2x4, I believe one with the 2 studs on the very top. So it's kind of like 2 of the Minecraft 2x2s connected together. And then a 2x2 or the Minecraft 2x2 on top of that. So that way it kind of blends all together. And then over on the right there, you can see it includes 2 or 3 extra 2x2 builds, which are kind of used, if you can see, it would add on an extra road plate if you got another one from another set, which maybe in more sets in the future I'll include some. Who knows? I don't have any plans for any in the shopping district right about now, but maybe in the future. But now let's take a look at the final thing. And that is my list of LEGO Hermitcraft sets. I showed this off in my 400 subscriber special, and these are my plans for all the sets I want to make. As of right now, maybe I'll make extra and throw them in a random set number, not in line with this. But you can see there's set 21272, and now it's filled in at the $30 price point. Wonder which one will be next to be revealed. I may have one ready, but thank you guys very much for watching, and good